Hey, what is up, y'all? We're doing this. We are going live. And what's this, you might ask? What's this? Oh, well, it's just an experimental chemical concoction. It's just an experimental bunch of chemicals that some giant pharmaceutical company whipped together to keep you safe. Keep you safe from what? I don't know. But apparently, there is a boogeyman disease out there. So deadly, it kills less than 1% of people, supposedly. So you know what that means. Pharmaceutical companies, they've got your back, man. They are hard at work. They got to work, I should say, and worked really hard to mix up a batch of chemicals that's going to keep you safe from this supposed boogeyman disease, supposedly having a 1% chance at killing you. So you know what that means. Step right up. Don't be shy. Let me stick this fucking needle in your eye. What, you don't want to take this? That doesn't sound like a good idea to you? Well, I guess there's the less than 1% chance that you might die. So you're just going to have to live with that. How's everybody doing out there in YouTube land? Huh? All right. See, Marie Gutierrez in the chat, one of my longtime subs and personal friends. That's good to see. We got my mod here. Fusion Densities in the house. Chris P. Suglite Jill. Sugalite Jill. Simon Doherty's in the house. Danielle Funk, another one of my mods in the house. Nunya Bidness is in the house. All right, people are showing up. So you guys know what to do. Smash that thumbs up button. We're about to get started. Today's topics include, I have a brand new song. That'll be topic one. We're going to talk about my brand new song and what you guys think of it. If you haven't heard it, I'll send you a link to it. My fallout with SciManDan. Of course, I just made the big SciManDan video over on the asshole channel. That, as well as football is back. Football is back, and I know a lot of you know that it's somewhat of a rigged sport. Not every single game, not every single play is rigged, but sports in general are rigged, especially when there's all that money on the line. However, there is good news because the big giant crowds that we're seeing on TV, not only at NFL games, but at college football games as well, these giant crowds aren't wearing muzzles and they aren't distancing. They're sitting shoulder to shoulder, no muzzles. That is actually a good sign. So we are seeing crowds of people coming together. Nobody seems to be getting sick and falling over and dying. And everyone seems to be having a good time. So while the bread and circuses continue, they are proving, these bread and circuses, that people can come together, have a good time without wearing muzzles and without distancing. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about all that. But first, before we do any of that, we have to spark this delicious ganj bud up and do the ceremonial tokish of the bowl. And I have a donation come in from Abby Oz of $10. Thank you very much. I appreciate the donation. Any and all donations are greatly appreciated. A lot of my content is not able to be monetized, so any donation that comes through is greatly appreciated. I'm not a full-time globe cuck like SciManDan, so I don't get to see that full-time globe cuck money. And I'm not trying to sell you guys anything during the stream. I might try to sell you one of my own t-shirt designs, but I don't have any corporate sponsors, such as SciManDan, who tries to sell his audience earbuds. We're going to take a quick break, and I'm going to try and sell you some Raycon earbuds. Do you know Raycon earbuds are the best freaking earbuds in the world? You won't see any of that bullshit here. No corporate sponsors. Just some good homegrown bud. So I want to see 25 thumbs up, and we are going to light off this bowl, and we are going to get this stream started. All right, 25 thumbs up. I see 40 people watching already, so slam the thumbs up, and we are going to get this thing close already. All right, 25. You guys follow direction well, and away we go. If you got it, light it up. If you don't got it, sit there and twiddle your thumbs. We about to get this on. All right, and this is really strong, so I'm just going to take one hit, and then we're going to go so that I don't get too stony baloney for today's stream. All right. So, first thing is first, I put out a new song today on the Asshole channel. How many of you guys have went over and caught the new song on the Asshole channel? The song is called Fuck Joe Biden. Fuck Joe Biden. That's what it's called. It's only like 1 minute and 40 seconds long. It's not a full production song. Thomas only spent 2 days on it, but we did get together, Thomas, Scott, and I, and we were able to knock out a quick 1 minute and 40-second song that gets the job done. Again, it's not a full, huge production like some of our songs in the past, but it is a funny little tune, and it's amusing. For anyone out there who doesn't appreciate the current president, if you do not support the current president, if you don't like politicians in general, you will probably enjoy the new song. Miri says, I saw it. It's hilarious. None Bidness says, friggin' gold. Jerry Singleton says, I just watched it. All right, yeah. For those of you who haven't seen it yet, it's over on my other channel, Jake the Asshole channel, and you can go over there and watch it real quick. It's only 1 minute and 40 seconds. Hell, while this stream is up and running, you could open up another window and watch it while you're watching this stream, and you can tell me what you think about it. Anyway, so there are chants around the country at these football games, college football games especially. There's these big crowds coming together, and somebody will start a fuck Joe Biden chant, and then before you know it, you get hundreds of people, thousands of people all chanting fuck Joe Biden at once. So there's footage circulating around on YouTube, BitChute, all the video sharing platforms that these chants are breaking out organically at concerts and football games and parties and whatnot. So Thomas had the idea that we could take these clips and turn them into a chorus, a fuck Joe Biden chorus, and that we could maybe make a song out of it. And I said, dude, let's just do that. Even if it's a short song, I said, let's just make a nice, short, sweet little song and make a fuck Joe Biden song and use the people chanting as the chorus. That's a cool idea. Now, we got to work on it, and within a day, we pretty much had the song done. And then the next day, we knocked out the video. So we knocked it out quick. And then I looked up online today as I was posting it to see if anyone else had ever made a fuck Joe Biden song. And it turns out there's like 4 or 5 other fuck Joe Biden songs out there that are kind of similar, but not completely the same. So there were other people out there with the same idea to make a fuck Joe Biden song. But none of them are the same as ours. So there's other rappers out there who have a fuck Joe Biden chant. But ours actually includes the footage from the college football games where the thousands of people were chanting in unison. So, yeah, we weren't the first ones with an idea to make a fuck Joe Biden song. We didn't copy anyone because it was our own idea. But then when I was uploading the video, come to find out, there were like 4 or 5 other rapper dudes who've basically made their own version of a song like that. So there are several versions out there, but I like to think that mine is the best and our video is the funniest. All right. So, yeah, the new song is over on the Asshole channel, and I highly recommend you go check it out if you haven't already, and make sure you give it a thumbs up. And I want this video to get out there and get some views. I'm not going to make any money on it because it's not monetizable. In fact, I paid Thomas $20 to help me make it, so it's not like the song's going to make me $1 million or anything. I just want to see my song, the tune, get out there and get some plays, because if people are chanting it in the stadium, and this can find a way to their ears, if some of those people in the stadium can see this video, the song that I made, then hopefully they'll share it with their friends, and their friends will share it with their friends, and maybe it can go maybe halfway viral. I've never had a video go to 1 million views, and I never know which one it's eventually going to be, but I have this sneaky feeling one day I'm finally going to crack that wall and get that 1 million views. Not sure when or how, what the topic's going to be, but damn it, one day that video is going to crack through and get that 1 million views. But it would take you guys sharing the shit out of it, and then other people sharing the shit out of it. It would have to be this like snowball effect of people sharing the shit out of it. And right now, with as many people who don't like Joe Biden and who are on board with the message of fuck Joe Biden, there could be a possibility. The possibility is there. None business says, I can't believe people still think we picked the president. Well, we don't pick the president, but that doesn't mean you can't say fuck whoever the president is. So just because I say fuck Joe Biden doesn't necessarily mean I support Trump or that like I think voting matters. We're just saying fuck Joe Biden because he's a child sniffing weirdo creepy loser. And furthermore, I don't even think that Joe Biden is one man. I think Joe Biden is a team of actors who are wearing a mask. That's right. That's what I said. If you were to put a gun to my head and ask for my honest opinion, I would say I think 3-4 guys, possibly Jim Carrey, Christian Bale, and a few others, are playing the part of Joe Biden. Now, it looks to me like it's a fucking hyper-realistic mask. And if you compare old pictures of Vice President Joe Biden from the Obama era, it doesn't look like the same guy. And people say, well, he got older. When you go from 70 to 80, you don't look way fucking different. From 60 to 70, 70 to 80, you're not going to transform and become like some different looking guy. He doesn't look like the same old Joe. Obama's administration Joe is a completely different looking Joe. When you look at Obama from back when he was president and Obama now, the only difference is like his hair has turned gray. Other than that, it still looks like Obama. So we're to think that like Joe just completely like changed eye color, changed facial structure. I don't think that that's one man anymore. I think that that's a team of actors, in my opinion, probably 3-4 different dudes, maybe more, who are slipping on the mask and reading a teleprompter. That's my personal opinion. We don't have an actual president. We have a team of dudes pretending to be the president. So even if somebody was to sniper the president legit, I don't think they would actually get anybody of any importance. You would just be getting an actor, and then Kamala would be your new president. So whether somebody legit snipers the president or somebody fake snipers the president, either way, you just end up with a bigger shitbag bitch as the new president. So that's what I think. So just because I made a song says fuck Joe Biden doesn't mean in any way that I'm a Trump supporter. And you guys know, if you've been following me, we don't support any wing of any bird over here. I just say fuck Joe Biden just because I don't like what the man stands for. Even though I don't think it's an actual man, I think it's a team of actors. But what the character stands for and what the character Joe Biden is doing, I don't like it. So, therefore, created a song called Fuck Joe Biden and a funny little music video to go along with it. And it includes the part where he falls down walking up the stairs. All right. right. So we're going to move on to our next topic, but we'll kind of make our way back around as we always do. For any stragglers who come in late, I see about 100 people watching now. If you could please slam the thumbs up, you guys, that'd be awesome. All right. So SciManDan and his subs. Wow. These people. It's been a while since I had a Globe Troll channel make a video about me and have Globe Cup trolls show up just by the hundreds, by the thousands. And right now, while this stream is happening, I have that SciManDan versus Jake the Asshole video set to comments approved, to where if you comment, it has to get my approval. The reason is because those people are so damn stupid and so damn relentless, and they don't have anything better to do, that once they finish watching their savior SciManDan's video, they come over to my video, they hit the thumbs down, and then they want to talk shit in the comments section. And here's my thing. I don't want my comment section to be overrun by SciManDan cucks. And let me tell you what, they will overrun a comment section, and it's not their place. So I exercise my right to censor these cucks because YouTube censors my material. I have to censor my speech. I have to use code lingo. If I'm going to put up with all this bullshit here on YouTube and they grant me the power to remove every single one of SciManDan's followers' comments, then guess what? I'm going to fucking remove every single one of it. And they cry and bitch, well, you're removing our comments. You know why I'm removing their comments? This is why. Oh, you fucking stupid flat earthers. You have no evidence. You don't prove anything. That's all they say. They come over here and they say, you should change your name to Flat Earth Dumbass. You should change your name to Jake the Dumbass. That's the type of comment I get over and over again. Or they just repeat something that SciManDan said. You have no evidence. All you have is personal incredulity. You know how many times his subs have showed up and said personal incredulity? Just because he said it. He said personal incredulity, so then his subs, I swear to God, I've had to delete personal incredulity like 50 fucking times just because he said it. If I don't do it, then the comment section is going to be littered with motherfuckers saying, you don't have any evidence. All you have is personal incredulity. So these people are led to believe that they're watching a non-stop space clip without any editing involved. And then when I proved that there's clips, it's a bunch of clips of parabolic maneuvers, and they edit the clips of parabolic maneuvers together to make it look like the crew went to space. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, the original video that I made is Blue Origin Space Flight Exposed, something like that. It's on the Asshole channel. And I exposed Jeff Bezos' Blue Origin fake space flight. Jeff Bezos, his brother, Wally Funk, and some young kid all went supposedly in an automatic spaceship that went to space, came back down and landed in the same spot. And the only footage we have, of course, of the inside is a bunch of cut up clips of them floating around for a few seconds. Now, I said that looks exactly like the inside of an airplane when somebody does parabolic maneuvers. And they're taking the parabolic maneuver clips and they're editing together these clips and making one video. And you can see the cuts because they rapidly change positions. In one position, they'll be like, whoa, whoa. And then the next position, they're like, whoa, whoa. And then the next clip, they're like, ah, ah. So if you see the clips cut, you know it's obviously not one piece of continuous footage. In fact, they could have done a much better job if they wanted to convince us it was one piece of footage. So they weren't trying to even sell us that it was one piece of footage. So this dumb shit, SciManDan, takes it upon himself to make a video about me claiming that it can't possibly be a bunch of clips from parabolic maneuvers because the video of them floating around is too long. It's 4 minutes is what he says. And 4 minutes of floating around is impossible to do faking wise. You can't fake 4 minutes of floating around. It can only be done if you go to outer space. So he says it's one big giant parabolic maneuver into outer space. And that's how they got 4 minutes. First of all, there isn't 4 minutes, there's 2 minutes. I've looked around on the internet for that footage, and what you get is a highly cut up, edited cliporama of about 2 minutes. And so I showed you guys in my original video the entire 2 minutes, and it's full of clips. So SciManDan intentionally misleads his audience and tells his audience that this is a 4-minute video of them doing one big giant parabolic maneuver, and that it's not possible to do many parabolic maneuvers because the video's just too long. So we go back and watch the video in my debunk of SciManDan, and I count every time it's cut. And I get to the point where I've counted so many cuts that I basically have destroyed him at that point. And still, his subs come over and they say, "You didn't show any proof, Jake the dumbass. Jake dumbass, you didn't show any proof." So they aren't even real people. It's almost like they're fucking robots. They come over and they say, "You didn't show any proof. You didn't show any proof. You didn't back up your claims." And so it's just thousands of faceless, nameless trolls who show up to say that I didn't give any proof. Meanwhile, it's the opposite. Dan doesn't show any proof. He just digs up clips of flat earthers and then makes fun of them for views, for his paycheck. I actually proved that these are clips from parabolic maneuvers. Now, am I going to get a written, signed confession from NASA? No. I guess that's what they want. I guess these people expect me to go to NASA and have NASA admit that they faked it on camera and sign a confession. So SciManDan's audience, when they ask for evidence, you can't show them fake moon landing evidence in the form of a lunar module that looks like a homeless tweaker shelter because they think it looks like a fantastic spaceship. You can't show them the glitches in the ISS footage because they'll just say that those are space glitches because they're so far away that those glitches are happening because the data takes so long to get from here on Earth to space and back. They ignore the glitches. They ignore the camera cuts. These people are so motherfucking stupid that they say in the comments that you can see the lunar module on the moon with a telescope. I have heard that 1,000 fucking times from not only SciManDan subs, but other Globe Cuck losers. Globe Cuck losers think that they can see the lunar module, the American flag, and leftover space junk on the moon with a telescope. That is not possible. It is even said by the supposed experts of space online that that's not possible. The only telescope claimed to exist that you can see this shit on the moon, supposedly, is one owned by NASA, the same people who lied about going to the moon. And do you know where the telescope is? They claim it's orbiting the moon. So the only place you can see photos of the debris left over by the astronauts, like the lunar module base and the lunar rover and all the spacecraft that they left up there, the only place you can see pictures of that come from NASA. And it comes from their telescope that is not here on Earth, but orbiting the moon. So that's the only place that these fucking pictures come from. Yet, people who believe in the globe over and over and over and over again tell me that they've seen the flag on the moon. They've seen the rover buggy on the moon. They've seen the base of the lunar module on the moon with their telescope at home. People say they have telescopes and that they've personally seen that shit on the moon. And when you tell them that that doesn't exist, they don't believe you. They don't even know their own fucking science, which is still fake. There is no telescope orbiting the moon. NASA's lying about that too. But if you are going to talk about a telescope which can see that shit, see a teensy-weensy flag on the moon, that would only be possible with NASA's magical moon orbiting telescope, not your home telescope. And I swear to fucking God, SciManDan subs over and over again showed up and talked about seeing that lunar module base on the moon. The same exact way Professor Stick, the cartoon stick figure who tried to debunk me, he said to his subs that you can see the flag on the moon. So these guys who do these professional globe cup channels, these like make fun of flat earth channels, it's their job. They have no science credentials, and they purposely mislead their audience. I know that SciManDan knows that that clip was edited because SciManDan is a YouTuber and he edits his content, and there's clips of him talking where it cuts like in the middle of a sentence. You don't see me usually doing that because I spit out what I want to say in one take. So in my debunking of SciManDan, I would talk for 2-3 straight minutes without fucking stopping the camera. Whereas SciManDan would be saying a sentence and then it would be like, Bit, and then he would finish a different sentence as if he stuck two clips together, which is exactly what he did. He cut out parts of his own talking and stuck these clips together. But then he's going to try to tell his audience that this same sort of thing is impossible to do with parabolic maneuver clips. So that's how I know he's intentionally misleading his audience. Dan is not stupid enough to not know what video editing is. He's not stupid enough to know that that clip wasn't edited. So the fact that he told his audience that it was 4 minutes of footage, it wasn't 4 minutes of footage. And the fact he tries to pass it off as one big giant parabolic maneuver, and it's the only way it can be done is if they go to actual real space. Everything about everything he said seems like a trained puppet who's doing this purely for a paycheck. And I'll bet you he makes quite a good penny with the corporate sponsors selling the earbuds to his Cup Globe subs. I could see him making a pretty penny doing it. And so that just goes to show you that in America, you can be a professional globe cuck and you can just find videos all day long of flat earthers and make fun of them and make a paycheck. So if that's something that you want to sell your soul and go do, you can make a good buck doing it. Hell, you could make more money than I make here on this channel, which isn't very much. So if you want to start a truther channel like this one, just know you're not going to make very much. I'm lucky if I make a couple $100. But I'm also not trying to sell you guys fucking earbuds or any corporate bullshit. So if you want to start a truther channel, just know that you're not going to get near as many views as if you start a Globe Cup channel. If you have a Globe Cup channel, YouTube will promote your channel and make sure that you get seen by millions of people. And also, if you make a video about me, YouTube will make sure you get seen by millions of people. But if me, make a video, it doesn't ever get 1 million views. I swear to God, I've been in so many fucking videos that got over 1 million views where they were making fun of me. But me personally, I don't ever get to have 1 million views. It's just that's not allowed. Someone with another donation, the Pro, with a $10 or a €10 donation, says, "Hey man, good content. How can I contact you about potential money-making fun thing?" You can email me at solobasejake@yahoo.com. It's solobasejake@yahoo.com. SOLOBASSJAKE@yahoo.com. But don't email me anything weird. See, I got this weird kind of death threat the other day, so I'll figure I'll share it with you guys. But I know it's I'm pretty sure it's one of SciManDan's subs. But just in case it's not one of SciManDan's subs, I want to share this with you guys. I got a weird email by someone named Chris Smith, and it says, "Offer to further the truth of the heliocentrum and spherical Earth. Dear Jake, how is it going? I hope you are well. I noticed your videos, and I think it would be in your best interest to stop posting these kinds of videos for the greater good. To help make it easier for you, I have a lucrative proposal for you, so both of us will be happy and water will be under the bridge. Are you willing to discuss the terms? Question mark. I'm warning you, there will be consequences in declining these terms, so think as hard as possible because this may be the last decision you will ever make. Sincerely, Chris Smith, National Aeronautics and Space Administration Truth Department." And he left a number. And so I showed this to my friend Thomas, and he laughed, and he's like, "Let's call him, bro." And so we dialed up the number, and it does go to NASA, but it's like a general helpline for the public. And looking up the name Chris Smith, there is a Chris Smith at NASA. And he does seem like he's high up the chain. But would he really contact me through email like that? So this was just after I released the SciManDan video. So I'm pretty sure that's one of SciManDan's lame-ass subs sending me a loosely veiled death threat and signing it as a person who works at NASA. National Aeronautics and Space Administration, and then they put Truth Department. Truth Department? As opposed to what? The Lies Department? Chris Vecchio with a $10 donation says, "Hey Jake, I wish I could give more at the moment. Anyway, I love the videos. When you confront the zombies in the wild, more of those if possible." Oh yeah, I'm sure there's going to be plenty of zombie confrontations in the future. There's only going to be more zombies, so I would expect more confrontations. But anyway, this is like the first time I've got one of these weird deals. In fact, we'll call the NASA number right now, just in case.
Thank you for calling Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex. To hear options in English, press 1. Para Española, pulse 2. Para Portugués. Thank you for calling Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex. All calls may be recorded for quality assurance. For directions and hours of operations, please press 1. For information on launches and special events, please press 2. For information on educational programs, field trips, ATX, or Camp KS client, please press 4. For general information and reservations, please press 5.
Oh, I wanted to speak to somebody. All right. So anyway, I got that message, and obviously the number is just to a general public number, so it's not Chris Smith's personal private number. And so it says, "Are you willing to discuss the terms? I'm warning you, there will be consequences in declining these terms. So think as hard as possible, because this may be the last decision you will ever make." Well, it wasn't the last decision I ever made, so we can count out maybe. Definitely. And I never did discuss any terms. So therefore, I didn't decline any terms because none were discussed. I didn't email this guy back. I tried to call the number. The number doesn't go to a guy. What does that tell you? So anyway, when I was first reading this, it was a little creepy. But then the more I read it, I was like, okay, this is one of SciManDan's subs. Loser attempt to troll me. Nice try, loser. And another thing I noticed SciManDan did today or last night, he released a new video, but he did not mention me. He didn't want to talk about me no more. Instead, you know what he did? He went and found the dumbest footage of flat earthers he could find. In fact, I don't even think it's real flat earthers. I think what he's doing now is having regular people like Globers pretend to be flat earthers and just act retarded. And then he's now like making fun of those videos. So he took a compilation of videos of people just saying just absolute ridiculous shit. I don't think they're actual flat earthers. Like people like, I'll let you go watch it if you want to. But anyway, he's reducing himself now to having Globers pretend to be flat earthers and then making fun of that footage. So the dude decided to go in an absolutely opposite direction rather than address the fact that I destroyed him. So that should tell you something. I was expecting him to try to do a rebuttal. I really was. I was expecting him to somehow muster up a rebuttal after I absolutely smashed him. But nope. Instead, it's just trolls coming over to the video and saying a bunch of troll shit. And I just delete every bit of it. In fact, if I go over to the comments right now and I check them right now, screw it. Screw it. It's not even worth it. Anyway, so the SciManDan trolls, they just come over and they just say the same thing over and over again. They say, you have no proof. All you have is personal incredulity. Even though I totally 100% proved him wrong in the video. But again, nothing stands as evidence to these people. They want a signed confession from NASA. So if you show a zoomed in footage of the lunar module and you ask them, hey, look at how this thing looks like a big pile of crap. Look how fake it looks. They'll say, just because you think it's fake doesn't mean it's fake. It doesn't matter what you show them. Their thing is a signed confession from NASA. That's what they want. They want that signed confession from NASA. They want everyone who works at NASA to step forward and say, okay, Jake is right, and they lie, and we were lying. Here, we're going to sign it. We're sorry, we're not going to do it anymore. That's what they want. Anything short of that isn't evidence. So let's say you show the wires above the astronauts. No. That's a lens flare. Let's say you show the fucking hair on the woman that's been hairsprayed. You know the ISS footage where there's that woman, I forget her name, the astronaut woman, and she's got the hair flying all around and stuff that looks ridiculous. They send me that footage and say, look, Jake, there's no cuts in this footage. How do you flat earthers explain this footage? I don't know where to begin because the footage is full of cuts and the lady's hair is obviously hairsprayed in every direction, but they say that's evidence of them being in space. And they say such things as, how are you flirfs going to explain this video? When we've already explained that video. That lady with the fucking hair in the ISS, we've made videos about that lady. Not just me, but many a flat earther, many a truther has made videos about that lady and that video like hundreds of times. And yet they still come with that video. Hey, flat earther, show me in this video where the cuts are. And then you see like 20 cuts in the video in the stupid lady's hair. And then the glitches from when they leave room. When they leave one room to the next. You guys have seen the glitch where like they're floating from one room into the next and then the astronaut like halfway disappears. It's like the astronaut just halfway just fucking vanishes It's like a computer glitch that they forgot to edit out. There's so many computer glitches that happen where the objects that they're supposedly holding and throwing around will like glitch, disappear, and come back. And you know what they say? Oh yeah, that's a space glitch because they're so far away that it takes time for the data to go from Earth to space. But it's a space glitch. So again, when these people see a picture of the lunar module, they don't see a homeless tweaker shelter. They see a highly sophisticated spaceship. They aren't born with eyes to see. They don't want to see it. They don't want to know it. So it leaves me wondering how a guy like that can have that many subs. How many of them are real? How many of them are robots? Because a lot of the things they say seem robotic. However, there are a lot of stupid sheep out there. How many of them are real people who sit there and hit the thumbs up and are like, I want to go over there to that flat earthers channel and make fun of them because I'm so smart after watching Dan. I know there are people like that after they watch Dan's video, they think, wow, there's a group of people that's dumb and I get to be the smart one and make fun of them. I'm going to go over there right now and make fun of these people. I get that there are folks like that. I just doubt by the hundreds of thousands of them over and over again. It's almost like it seems like some of them are real and also some of them are like robots coming over, just saying the same shit. If they are all real people, then holy shit, there's a lot of dumb fucking people out there who are really hostile and stupid, saying some stupid shit. And I know I'm a very triggering person. Like if you're dumb enough to think that you've seen the American flag on the moon with a telescope, then a guy like me will trigger you beyond belief. I will haunt your dreams. And there are people out there so stupid that I haunt their dreams and they stalk my channel. They sub to my channel because they hate me so much. They hate me so much and they want to make fun of me so much. And they want to talk shit so bad that they watch the video before most of my main hardcore subs and they hit the thumbs up button the minute the video comes on. And then there's these SciManDan cucks who watch the video and then they feel entitled to come over, hit the thumbs down on my video, and talk a bunch of shit before they've even watched it. You don't have any evidence, Flat Earth dummy. You don't have any proof. Meanwhile, my video totally full of the proof. Totally brings the biz. Totally brings the smackdown. They don't watch it. They just fucking run their mouth. So I had to do something I haven't done in a long time because it's been a while since I've been invaded by globe cucks. I used to have this happen a lot when I made versus videos. I would have globe cucks come over by the thousands. But since I started talking mostly about the C word and lockdowns and stuff going on in the world that's more important, in my opinion, right now, those trolls don't come over and mess with me. So it's mostly lately been like 99% all thumbs up, all positive comments supporting the channel. And this is the first time in a while that I've had globe cucks come over. And I know they come over from like Reddit and these little like loser groups where they're like, hey, here's a video of a flat earther. And he's making fun of a globe earther. Let's all go over there like a team of losers and talk a bunch of shit. So, being as I have the power to delete their comments one by one, I'm totally taking that power and running with it. Because YouTube deletes my shit. YouTube doesn't let me make all the content I want to create. So, if YouTube's going to give me the power to delete shitbags, you better believe I'm deleting all the shitbags I see. Every goddamn one of them. I've got another donation here. Omit2 with a $5 or euro donation says, Jake, some truthers are shills when it is obvious, but some are merely suspect shills. How can we know who is a real truther and who's a shill? Yeah, there are times where you're not going to be able to 100% guaranteed know for sure. But you can just look at their actions and then weigh it from there. For instance, Mark Sargent. I would say 99% sure he's a total shill, but I can't do anything like physically, like get him to sign, something saying, yes, I am a shill. I accepted money from the government to play this part, and I am a shill. I can't get him to do that, but short of that, dude's a straight up shill. And so I go to their channels and I look at not only what they talk about, but how do they interact with you? You're their subs or you're the viewer. How do they interact with you? How many of them sit there and talk to you like me and puff a nug with you? Man to man, bro to bro. Not many. You'd be hard pressed to find a dude as real as me. In fact, I've never fucking seen one. I have said for years, I'm the realest motherfucker on this fake ass tube. I don't even think it's by a close margin. I think it's by a long shot. And people say, Jake, have you ever seen Owen Benjamin? Like, yeah, he wasn't funny. He stole my homeless tweaker shelter joke. I've never been able to get through an entire stream and be like, man, that guy's awesome. I want to tune in every day. It's usually like I watch a few minutes and I'm like, why do people keep telling me to go watch this guy? And then I try again 6 months, 8 months later, and it just doesn't happen. I get 2 minutes in and he's like, hey, Bear, you guys want to talk about Bear? I'm going to buy some property and all my bears are going to come over and have bear sex with me. And it's like he's brought up some good talking points, but nothing that we haven't ever discussed over here. Nothing out of the ordinary. It's all the same pretty much talking points that you can find anywhere. And so I'm hard pressed to find anybody who reminds me of me that much on YouTube or anywhere for that matter. I'm hard pressed to find any channel that reminds me of this channel. So maybe I'm biased because I feel like, I know for sure that I'm real, 100% sure I'm not a shill, and I can't be 100% sure about anyone else. So I'm biased towards myself for that reason. But I would hope that the essence that I exude, the aura that I exude through this screen to you, that you should pick up on the vibe that I'm the fucking most realist dude on this platform by a long shot. And with that said, hit the thumbs up button. I want to see 130 thumbs up. I see 136 people watching. So let's get 130 thumbs up. We're going to take a tokish off this bowl right here like a non-shill would do. All right, I got 128 thumbs. You guys are following directions pretty good. Couple more smashes, and we're there. I made a big batch of butter the other day too. I gave to show it to you. There we go. Check it out. I just made it a couple nights ago. Whoop. The earth is flat like weed butter. See? We live on a flat weed butter earth. I got some more right here. See? Weed butter. That one's got like plant matter in it. Oh, it's a piece of fuzz. Weird. Anyway. Yeah, I just break it up into chunks and then throw it in. Look at that. waxy chunkiness. I'm gonna take a bite of weed butter. Mmm, weedy. There you go. Yeah, I use this, what's it called? It's like a pressure cooker, and I put it on the super lowest setting, the lowest setting it has, and I leave the lid off, and it keeps the butter like at a nice temperature without it burning. And so if you're gonna do it on a stove, then you want to do a double burner. So so to keep your butter from burning, you want to boil water and then have a bowl on top of the boiling water, and then put your butter inside that bowl. Because if you put the butter straight into a pan or a pot and just try to cook weed in it, you run the risk of it turning brown and burning. And so you want to keep the butter temperature real low so that you don't burn your butter and get it tasting all nasty. And so double burner method, boiling water and then a bowl on top, so that way the steam from the boiling water gets the bowl hot, but it won't get too hot to burn your butter. And so I actually use this motherfucker right here. This see this shit. This is my kitchen. Yeah, this is a Farberwar pressure cooker. Yeah, crock pot works too on the low setting. You just want to make sure that it's low, that your butter won't burn. And then you can just throw ground up weed just straight in the butter. And then what I do is, that's the way I do it. And then I strain it afterwards. I used to buy this, oh God, I forget the name of it right now. Stoned. But I'd roll up these like weed burritos. It's like this, this mesh that you would roll it up in. And I used to do that, but then I learned you didn't even need to do that. That you could just throw the weed in there with the butter and then strain it afterwards through a metal strainer, and it was much easier. Yeah, you want to use unsalted butter, and you want to go ahead and spring for some good butter if you can. Stop it, Rusty. So anyway, I don't want this to totally turn into a weed butter stream, but let's go ahead and get back on track here. Rusty was making an annoying lick noise. I don't know if you guys have a dog that'll start licking, and after about 17 licks the same noise, he's just like, stop it! Speaking of, we'll have Rusty make an appearance. Come on. Come on. Come on, Rusty. Come on. We need to have you make an appearance. Ugh. There we go. There's my crusty boy. There he is. Rusty's in the house. Everybody say, hey, ho. Hey, ho. Throw your paws up in the air. Gotta wave them like I just don't care. Yeah, Rusty in the house. Rusty in the house. There it is with his patented ears. These are patented Rusty ears. Tell me that's not the cutest damn dog in the world. Tell me he's not the cutest damn dog in the world. Best looking damn dog ever. Sucks that dogs don't live that long, because when they die, it rips your fucking heart out. it's like it would be better if they were like parrots and you didn't have to watch your dog die. Like apparently a parrot lives like 200 years or some shit. So I've heard. And so it would be cool if you didn't have to like have your dogs die. It's like your dog just goes to another owner after you die. I think it'd be a better deal than having your heart ripped out like every decade or so. It's like if you're a dog owner, that basically means every 10, 15 years or so, you're going to have your heart just like ripped out of your chest. Swear to God, when that dog goes, I'm fucking going to have a hard time. I have to like put it out of my mind. Because you know the day's coming. If you're a dog owner, you know the day's coming. That's the saddest part, is that these awesome creatures, these most beautiful fucking creatures, they don't live long enough. I really wish they lived like much longer. Anywho, we'll move on. All right. So for those of you who came late to the stream, I have a brand new song over on the Asshole channel. And for those of you who aren't subbed to my main channel, the Jake the Asshole channel is, of course, the main truther channel where this whole thing started. I started making video content about flat Earth and other subjects in 2016. So we are in over 5 years here making content. And the Jake the Asshole channel was formerly known as Flat Earth Asshole. And every once in a while I still get asked, why did I change the name? It was because during 2017 going into 2018, things were rapidly changing. Shills had absolutely taken over the flat Earth narrative, and they were running conferences, and these conferences were drawing the mainstream media, and these flat Earth shills and the stupidest people possible were going on camera and saying the stupidest shit possible. And it basically destroyed what was a semi-legitimate movement. Because now, if you go and you look up Flat Earth, if you type up Flat Earth on this platform, you will see footage from the conference, from the mainstream media perspective, as a hit piece on the Flat Earth. What's the first thing you see when you type in Flat Earth? Let me type it on my end into YouTube and see what the very first video that comes up. It's usually Mark Sargent's face in a hit piece. Let me type it in on my end. You guys won't be able to see it. I'm not sharing my screen or anything, but I'm just typing it in on my end. Okay, now it's not the one with Mark Sargent. Now it's Round Earth versus Flat Earth versus Round Earth, National Geographic Explorer. So on my end, if I type just Flat Earth into the search bar on YouTube, a 2-year-old National Geographic video comes up. The second video is Destroying Flat Earth Without Using Science by Professor Dave. And then here it is, the third video by ABC News, Inside a Flat Earth Convention, where nearly everyone believes Earth isn't round. And it's Mark Sargent's face on there. So it's hit pieces, right? Now, back in 2016, it wasn't like that. You could actually find quality search for Flat Earth. Going into 2017, you could still find quality content when you searched for it. But now, you really got to know where to go to find anything even halfway decent. And there's a whole lot of bullshit in the Flat Earth still to this day. I don't have the time to go through and call out every single shill for you guys and make all the wrong things right. But basically, even to get a pro Flat Earth perspective, you got to go digging. So why I changed the name from Flat Earth to Jake the Asshole was because right as all that shit was happening, as the Flat Earth movement was getting destroyed and all the shills were making documentaries, Mark Sargent, Patty Steer, Jaron, and Bob, and all these guys doing their documentary bullshit, Nathan Thompson, this clown crew was carrying the name Flat Earth, and I didn't want to be associated with it. And I didn't want to have all the rest of the truth on my channel associated with this clown show. And so if the term flat earth was weaponized against us and these clowns were going to run with the torch, I was going to let them. So I just said, all right, if you are truly a fan of me and my content, if you're truly someone who gets something out of what I do, then you're not going to turn on me just because I changed my name. So the people who did unsub and turn on me just because I changed the name, I never stopped making good content. I still kept making content. By that time, when I did change the name, the flat earth topic had been burnt out anyway, and everything had been talked about pretty much. And I had went against the AE map, the popular circle map, and I said, hey, this circle map doesn't quite work. There's too many flaws in it. We can't just say it's the best we got and keep going with it anymore because it's been debunked. It has holes in it. It ain't right. And when I came out and said that, I had all the main flat earth channels come out against me. I lost thousands of subs. I am just now getting back to where I was like fucking 3 years ago. Like 3 years ago, I think I was at 41,000, 42,000 subs, somewhere around there. And it shot me back to like 37,000 or something when I went against all these trolls and all these shills and fake truthers. So I took them all on myself, and it was brutal. And so I lost a bunch of subs, but now that time has shown who's real and who's not, a lot of people have come to find out. Here I am still talking about real subjects that matter, still making real hard-hitting content. And what about all them shill channels? Head over to Mark Sargent's channel and see what he's done lately. If you don't want to, I'll clue you in. He hasn't talked about jack shit. He hasn't talked about jack shit except flat earth meetups. Just flat earth, flat earth, flat earth, flat earth, and flat earth, man. Just flat earth meetups. Flat earth clues. Flat earth, man. I guess him and his 100,000 subs don't care about people being locked down. They don't care about people getting fined $1,000 if they leave their home. I don't see him talking about it. Does that make him a shill? How else does this guy stay afloat? Just doing flat earth interviews? Now, people have been calling this guy a shill for years, so it's nothing new. I'm just saying, after all these years, that dude was at the conference, and a lot of people went to those conferences and rubbed elbows with these shills. Now look what they're doing now. Are they stepping up and trying to fucking warn y'all about incoming VAXX passes? Are they doing everything they can to show you that the world is being overrun by zombies? All right, and what about the other dudes who went to that conference? I know Jaron and Bob are still doing globe busters over there, but it's the same old shit, man. I don't see any real emotion from those guys. I don't see the correct emotional response to what's happening in the world. You guys see me getting irritated. You see me losing my mind over this shit. My therapy is talking to you guys about it. When I watch those guys, they seem like clowns just trying to have a fun morning show, like a radio morning show. If I try to listen to Jaron and Bob do their show, it's like, we're on the morning show. Hey guys, it's the 99.6.9 morning show. With Dickarooski in the morning and Bud Fuck Your Mama in the afternoon. All right, we're going to go out there to do a traffic report. It sounds to me like a fucking radio show. It's like real podcast time, you guys. We're going to do a scripted radio podcast hour. We're going to bring in David Weiss, who wants to sell you a flat earth app. David Weiss's app is tracking people. The hottest thing on the flat earth right now is to know where all the other flat earthers are. So you have to get David Weiss's tracking app so that you can see where the other flat earthers are. And I keep getting told how wonderful it is that David Weiss is tracking where all the flat earthers are. I done told y'all that that motherfucker is not on our side. That Flat Earth app, the Circle Map app, that is wrong. It has the location of the sun incorrectly in places at times where you can fucking go out and look and see the sun and point a compass at the sun and then look on the app and see that it's incorrect. That same guy who made that incorrect app has an app to where he's allowing all the flat earthers to track where other flat earthers are so that you can find on the map where other flat earthers are. What does that tell you? That's a tracking app. And people, flat earthers, woke flat earthers who know all about the conspiracies are telling me, Jake, why would David Weiss do anything wrong with a tracking app? Who cares if he's tracking where I am? I get to go find hot flat earth pussy, man. Okay. I'll bet you there's somebody in this fucking chat right now that's like, oh shit, I have that app. Yeah. Oh shit. That's a tracking app. And David Weiss is a shady dude who went to every single conference. Those dudes all that crew is shady. I told y'all I was the real deal years ago, and I got this nasty backlash, and I figured I would. I figured they wouldn't like me exposing that they're a bunch of fakeroos, but that's what they seem like to me. Still pushing that broken AE map, still trying to make money on apps and stupid shit like that. I've tried to sell you some shirts like the Lunar Module shirt or a shirt that says no mask, no fear. But to me, that's pushing a message that is legit and real and something that needs to get out. And it's just cool to have something good on your chest, something that means something to me, something that means something to you, and you get to wear it. So I'm not going to say I've never tried to sell you anything, but one thing I haven't tried to do is sell you some fucking tracking device thing. I haven't tried to sell you some app with a dysfunctional map and a circle sun depicting where the sun is on the map. It's not even right. It's not even correct. It's especially not correct during October, November, and December. Oh man, in December, that stupid app and that map get badly destroyed. So I would be highly weary of any of these dudes who ever attended the conference, because the conference was used as a hit piece to destroy Flat Earth. Which one was it? Logan Paul or Jake Paul? One of the Pauls showed up and made a comedy video at the first conference they did. And then somebody from like Jimmy Kimmel's show or Jimmy Fallon's show. I can't remember the exact mainstream media losers because they're all losers to me. There's no difference between Jake Paul and his brother. They're just losers. And then somebody from Jimmy Kimmel or Jimmy Fallon showed up and made fun of the Flat Earth conference. And then they showed that on mainstream TV. And so Mark Sargent, the shill that he is, will be like, well, that's a good thing. All attention is good attention. No, it's not, dude. That is not true. That's true for sellout fucking Hollywood celebs who sold their soul to the devil. But not all attention is good attention. Oh, it's good that they showed up to the conference and made fun of us, and now we're the laughing stock of the internet more so than before. Flat Earth, before it got shown by the mainstream over and over again, before all these documentaries were made, you had to go dive in and look at it, and you might actually come across Dubé's content or Matt Boylan's content or my content or somebody's content that maybe had something in it that might make you start fucking thinking. But now you can't find any content that's pro-Flat Earth if you just type in Flat Earth. If you're a newcomer and you type in Flat Earth, you aren't going to find anything pro-Flat Earth. You're going to find nothing but shit attacking the Flat Earth. Now, I was smart enough to see it coming. I saw that the whole damn movement was infiltrated by shills. The minute I said that circle map doesn't work right, I had people calling me shill and sending me death threats and like worse than the globe cucks even. But after enough years have went by now, people have had time. to see that that circle map doesn't quite add up. At least you should have by now. Now they don't quite mind me quite as much. Maybe they'll stroll back over and listen to what I have to say. And then someone will say, oh, like this, here's someone who says, Mark Sargent got kicked out of YouTube. Well, then why isn't he over on BitChute or Odyssey talking about the C word? Why doesn't he make a new channel and start over? Let's not act like they're... Oh, yeah, somebody just mentioned Rob Skiba in the chat. Almost forgot about that guy. Yeah, Skiba is saying that he has the boogeyman disease. He has the C word. He has the you-know-what, the unspeakable, the thing we're not allowed to talk about. Rob Skiba, the conference shill, the AE map guy, the Jesus guy, the flat earth and Jesus guy, right? That's the guy, right, that they sent to make sure they rounded up all you Bible thumpers, because there was a lot of you. Had to get all you Bible thumpers on board with that AE map. You know, Bible says it's a circle, it's a firmament, it's a dome, circle, dome, firmament, Bible. Yes. Right? That's your guy. Now he's got the C word, man. That's what he's telling you. He's got the C word. Ouch. Yeah, I guess he's just punished by Jesus. So all those conference shills, how many of them have went out of their way to do whatever they can to wake people up to the real situation going on? How many of them are talking about this with any sort of emotion, real emotion? How many of them seem like they're fucking really mad about this? How many of them seem like they'll step up and do something about this? How many of them? How many of them really seem to care? I'm being real serious right now. Head over to, I don't know, D Marble's channel. Does he really, really seem to care? Is he saying, you guys, if we don't stop this shit soon, they are going to stick us behind bars and force these things into us? You guys, this is a big deal. Checkpoints are coming soon. Is he doing everything he can? Who else? Who else went to those conferences? What are they doing? So there's a part of me that doesn't want to be associated with any of these people. And the reason is, it's because they're conference shills. Right now, when shit's really important, important topics need to be discussed, important things need to be put out there into the world, I can't be the only content creator that really gives a shit. I can't be the only one. If you want to see change in the world, we're going to need to see more people like myself stepping up and speaking the real truth, calling out the shills. If we don't at least minimum have more people like me stepping up and doing what I'm doing, then we don't have a fucking shot. And you won't hear any of those shills level with you and tell it to you like that either. Oh, Jake, but they can't talk about it on YouTube. Really? I do. How am I getting away with it? Oh, Jake, all those people left YouTube. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. They're just not doing anything. BitChute and Odyssey and show me their hardcore, most hard-hitting video that they're making recently. I dare you. You know what I've done recently? I fucking made a new song. I did a SciManDan response video. I've done almost got fight out on the street with zombies and showed you guys that. And I had to upload it on BitChute and Odyssey because they won't allow me to show that video to you here. So I had to upload it on the alternate platforms. All right. I've made several videos since. I've probably made, I don't know, 10 videos in the last couple weeks, whatever. Come on. I come at it from so many different angles. Got my backup channel where I post videos over there too. Speaking of, I guess I should leave some links to the BitChute channel and whatnot. One second. Let me grab these links. All right. If you guys want to see my uncensored content, you can follow me on BitChute and Library. And I bring some uncensored gold. There's some videos over there that you will not see over here on the tube. There you go. There's the BitChute channel. And if for whatever reason you can't get a video work over there, you can go over to Odyssey. I personally like BitChute better than I like Odyssey, but some people like Odyssey. I'll put you the link over there. And these are my alternate platform sites where you can see any of the videos that get removed from here. They end up over there. And then there's some times where I just go on a rant where I don't feel like censoring myself. I don't like using any code language. And so you'll find some rants over there that have never aired over here on YouTube at all. So make sure you sub to both those platforms. All right. Someone asked if I watch Max Egan, The Crow House. Yes, I do. I do watch him. I don't know for sure how legit he is, but he does show clips of what's happening in Australia, and the clips do seem to be too hardcore to be shown on YouTube. So he is showing some truth. He might not be 100% legit. I don't know if like a decent enough old man, and he makes decent content. So as far as if I want to find out what's going on in Australia and stuff over there, that's kind of like the go-to guy right now. So yeah, I check his stuff out. I also watch Dollar Vigilante, Jeff Berwick, and I watch one called Shaking My Head Production. Shaking My Head Production, he finds a bunch of like movie clips and Hollywood clips that have foreshadowed things going on like right now, and he puts those all together so that you're like, holy shit, that movie from 5 years ago, that one cartoon that Disney made, holy shit, they were talking about what's happening right now. So Shaking My Head Productions, that's another good one if you want to watch a bunch of Hollywood symbolism and foreshadowing. Ken Rotman says, Jake, known Max for 15 years. He's real. Oh, you've known him for 15 years and you say he's real? Well, then he has to be real if you've known him for 15 years. I mean, you can't possibly be lying as a guy in the chat if you've known him. I'm just messing with you, bro. Chris Lee Aries says, I watched Jeff Berwick I watched Jeff Berwick too. He does gloat about his sexcapades and the many women he slept with. Yeah, but he's married now, and he mostly talks about the stuff going on right now, the C word situation and stuff right now. he mostly keeps the what's going on. And his videos are kind of lighthearted, like he's walking around with his dog and he's in a good mood. So for those of you who don't know, there's a guy named Dollar Vigilante, Jeff Berwick. He's a crypto millionaire. And so he's over in Acapulco, Mexico. And he travels around, but he's usually out in Mexico on like a tropical beach with his little tiny dog, Lucy. It's a little chihuahua. And he just basically talks about what's going on, but he comes at it more of like I hope all the zombies get the jab and that they all get genocided. I really do. I'm going to have a smile on my face when all the zombies are genocided. It's great. So he's more like taking it in like, hey, I'm in Mexico. I'm on a beach. I'm having the time of my life. I'm a millionaire. I don't give a shit if the zombies get executed. And it's like, all right, Jeff, well, I'm not a millionaire and I'm not on a tropical beach in Mexico and I'm walking amongst the zombies. So I'm not quite as enthusiastic about it. All right. So for those of you who have came new to the channel, let me bring it back around. I have a new song. It's called Fuck Joe Biden. It's over on the Jake the Asshole channel. So go listen to the song on Jake the Asshole channel when we're done here. That, of course, is my main channel. This is the backup channel to my main channel, Jake the Asshole. So go watch the brand new music video, Fuck Joe Biden. It's over on the Jake the Asshole channel. Or if you want, you can pull up a separate window right now and listen to it right now while you're watching the stream. It's only 1.5 minutes long. So I'm going to be streaming here for a little while longer. So you can even watch it right now while you're watching the stream. All right. Second off, SciManDan and his subs. I have not been attacked by this many globetards in a long time. The globetards came over in full force, and it is a job to censor their comments. I have all comments set to approve on that SciManDan video that I made because they are relentless, and they will take over a comment section. And I've seen it happen where one day it's all you guys supporting me, and then 2 days later, it's 100,000 globe cut comments, and all the supporting comments have been buried. So to keep that from happening, I have to tend to the garden and smash all these losers trying to come in and fuck with my fruit, so to speak. Flat Earth stuff or flat stuff Earth says no free speech at Jake's. Gotcha. Oh yeah, if that bothers you that I delete Globetard's comments, then you can go fuck yourself too. How's that? I said I delete Globetard's comments that are not necessary because they'll take over an entire comment section. If you go look at my old Versus videos, all the comments at the top are all pretty much shit comments now because the Globetards took it over and I didn't stay on top of it. So if it bothers you that I don't want the SciManDan video to be overrun by Globetards, then you can go fuck yourself. Fuck off and die, bitch. Straight up. Tired of people always trying to put me in my place when I'm the good guy doing the heroic thing. Straight up. I'm the good guy fighting evil forces, and then some flat earth stuff guy over here is like, oh, well, if you're going to censor comments, then I'm going to be a little bitch. Fine, go be a little bitch. Get lost, chump stain. Yeah, I'm going to censor every goddamn globe cut comment I see. If you have a problem with that, then go fuck yourself. Dude, trying to censor comments is not cool. It's way cooler if you let SciManDan Globecucks overrun the joint, bro. Then let them do that on your channel. Go start your channel and then invite them all over for a big Globecuck fuckathon, and then you can be fucking sitting there getting a bunch of Globecuck jizz all over your channel the way you like it. That's what you want. No, I don't think he was kidding. No, I don't think he was kidding. And if he wasn't, or if he was, it doesn't matter because it's all for fun. And you guys are laughing. And we're having fun. If he was kidding and he knows I'm being funny and I'm a comedian, everyone's laughing, then we're all in a positive mood. And it doesn't matter. So that's the cool thing is when I tell someone to go fuck themselves in a fun, positive way, everyone puts laughing emojis in the chat. We all have a good time. It's good. It's a positive, uplifting event. And again, this is all a big comedy performance. Nobody should get offended by anything. I'm just a comedian on YouTube trying to make people laugh. It's the only thing going on here. If you take any of what I say as truth, that's all on you. If you take anything as what I say as a lie, it's all on you. It's just a big, giant comedy routine that I make up off the top of my head as I go along. While I drink watered down Dutch Bros coffee. I gotta tell you, I used to see people line up by the dozens at Dutch Bros, and I used to think, what a bunch of stupid idiots. Why are they all lining up like that for a fucking coffee? And then one time I went there, and I got a coffee, and I was like, fuck, that's good coffee. I'm addicted to that now. I'm going to give these people $4 every day until I die. Oh, why'd I do that? I'm not even trying to endorse it. I don't do it. It's a bad habit. It's a bad habit. I used to be like, why are people lining up at that fucking coffee place? They're stupid. And then one time I was like, all right, I have to try this magical Dutch Bros coffee. And I was like, holy shit, did that come out of Santa Claus's asshole? That's amazing. And then it's like, they're like $4. I'm like, what, for coffee? What? Can't stop myself now. Can't stop. But since I got some donations here in the chat, I'm going to be able to cover today's coffee purchase. So we're good. I think I saw a few donations flash by earlier, so should be all right. Okay. Last but not least, I've been saving this this topic for last. I haven't really talked about it as much as I want to. Football games have sprung back up. Professional football, NFL has kicked off. They're going into week 2. College football, which is huge in the United States, has kicked off. They're into like week 3, week 4 now. These crowds, if you watch on TV, they're actually not distancing them at all. They're back to being shoulder to shoulder. They're not muzzled. So right now you have mainstream media promoting football games, that you watch football games on their networks. And then they're showing you crowds of people jammed together, shoulder to muzzle. And at these games, there's chants that are starting to form organically. Fuck Joe Biden. Fuck Joe Biden. So this is happening organically at the football games. Now, football is a big bread and circus to distract the people. Yes. And a lot of them are rigged. These games, a lot of them, not all of them, but a lot of them are rigged. But here's the thing. The fact that they're letting people sit shoulder to shoulder and not be muzzled in the stadiums means they're going out of their way to distract us, and they want us to be happy. So they're allowing the American public to go to football games and concerts. I've seen at a bunch of concerts, people rocking out, having a good time, like it was pre-C word times, before the boogeyman era, before the Jabberoo era. You remember what it was like to go to a concert before the Jabberoo era? Right now in America, you can actually go to a concert and have that experience. So some people don't know that. They think, oh, is a jab required to go to a concert or a football game? No, there's no protocol even. I went to a concert last week. Me and Thomas went to see Kiss. Now, before anyone says, Jake, Gene Simmons promotes Vex, DAXX, almost said it. Gene Simmons is a bad guy. Yeah. I know what he says off stage. But when you watch Kiss play on stage, it's fucking amazing. It's a highly stimulating rock and roll show, and I've loved Kiss for years. And just because Gene Simmons sold his soul to the devil and says some shit off stage doesn't mean I don't want to go to the Kiss show and have a fun time and rock and roll all night and party every day. So I went to go see Kiss. I took Thomas. He had never seen Kiss, and that was my third time seeing Kiss. And I swear to God, not a single mask. It was like a 95% white crowd, no masks. Lots of people painted their face up like the Kiss members. No protocol at all as far as the C word. I'm talking employees who work at the venue, no muzzles, no protocol. Walk right up and buy a $15 beer. Yes, it was $15 a beer. But you just there was no protocol whatsoever. It was literally like they didn't even like hardly check anyone or anything. It was like you just walk through a metal detector and then you're in. That was it. So the protocol at a Kiss show where one of the members says he doesn't want to play for anyone who's not VAXX. You wouldn't have known because there was, I don't know, I'd guess 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 people at the show, and they were all unmuzzled, non-muzzled, every single one. I did not see anyone wearing a muzzle. Here's what was cool. Here's what's cool about it. The thing I love the most, anyone who would have worn one would have looked like a fucking idiot, a weirdo. You would have been the outcast. If you would have been the one person with that shit on at the rock and roll show that I was at, you would have looked stupid. You would have stood out, and probably nobody would have wanted to be around you. If we can get it to be like that everywhere, that will help a lot. We can start turning this shit around. First thing that's got to go is that muzzle. It's a psychological warfare that's going on. And so the psychological warfare can easily be taken away from the elites. The muzzle's got to go. And right now, they're allowing us to go to the football games and the rock and roll shows, concerts, what have you, sit shoulder to shoulder. And they aren't asking anyone nothing when they walk in the door. So what's weird is on Ticketmaster, when I went to purchase the ticket, it was like, you must abide by the C-word guidelines. You must abide by the distancing guidelines. You must abide. And I'm like, whatever. I'm just going to click purchase. They're not going to stop thousands of people at the door and force everyone to do anything. There's too many people. You can't have a clog at the... No, they're not going to do that. Plus, I had already heard word. I had already looked up online and asked, like, hey, is there any protocol for this? And people are like, no, you just walk through a metal detector and you're in. So I was like, okay. I have always loved going to concerts, and Kiss puts on a fucking fabulous show. And if you've never seen Kiss, then you're not allowed to talk shit about Kiss. Is the biggest, flashiest rock and roll show that you can go see. The amount of pyro and fireworks that shoot off and the amount of shit that they do in a show is mind-blowing. It's absolutely amazing. I'm a badass musician, and when I watch a band that takes all that shit to occur, and I think of, wow, imagine having to have a whole team of experts to put everything together, and you have to be standing at the right place at the right time during each song so that you don't actually get hurt or killed by this machinery and all this pyro and shit. You have to time out every little thing. So to time out every little piece of your show to be able to put on the most amazing, flashy show that you could possibly put on for not only a hardcore rock and roll fan, but any casual fan who happens to show up. If you want to blow their mind, Kiss has found a way to do it. They're fucking amazing. Not the best musicians, but if you go watch their show, holy shit, it's fucking awesome. Now, they got two imposters up there wearing the makeup. Tommy, playing guitar is not Ace Frehley. And then they have some other dude on drums, I forget his name right now, is not Peter Criss. So the only two original members are Paul Stanley and Gene Simmons. But they put on a great show. It's fantastic. And if you've never been to see the band, then you've never seen the biggest rock and roll show ever. It's the flashiest, most highly entertaining rock and roll show. Not the best music show. So if you're looking for the best musical experience, that's not it. But if you want the best visual experience, Kiss blows everybody out of the fucking water, basically. Like when Gene spits blood and then he's catapulted up all the way in the air and sings God of Thunder, like while he's sky high above the rest of the band, and all these flames and shit shoot out, and all the video screens have all this satanic shit. It's like, it'll make the hair on your arm stand up, because you know you are seeing somebody who did sell their soul to the devil. But still you stand back and you see the overall rock and roll production and you say, fucking A, holy shit. A rock and roll band that got so goddamn big that it takes trucks and trucks and trucks of equipment, pyro fucking experts, a whole team of technicians, fucking makeup artists, catering crews, just the amount of time and labor to set up this whole fucking thing. That's what blows my mind. And that's what I go back for. Even though I know Gene is a satanic motherfucker. Even though I know he's an evil dude. When he's on stage in his makeup and has it all fucking on, Gene is fucking so goddamn entertaining with his band that I can't help but still buy a ticket and show up anyway. I'll admit it. I went and watched a dude who's pro VAXX. You know why? Because Kiss is fucking amazing. That's why. Okay. So, point of that story is nobody was muzzled. And it was like I went to a concert before all this shit happened. So I got to like enjoy myself. Oh yeah, and we ate mushrooms too. So we got to see this big awesome rock show on mushrooms. Me and Tom, both of us, we ate some mushrooms, smoked a bunch of weed, drank a bunch of, well, he didn't drink any beer, but I drank a bunch of beers. Then we went in there, so we were buzzing pretty good. And so the show was awesome, and we were blown away by the fact that we could not spot one single person with a muzzle. Like, that's the most people I've been around without a muzzle. And we were all rocking and rolling and having fun. All right, so if Kiss is not coming through your hometown on this last tour that they're doing, and this is supposedly their last tour, then at least go watch some footage from the recent shows. From a recent 2021 show, you can go watch the footage. But I highly recommend, if you've never seen them, that you go check them out. You can get tickets for cheap. They aren't selling as much as they used to, so you can get a $10 nosebleed ticket maybe. All right. So we'll move on from that. But, oh, yeah, the football games as well. So the football games, they're packing people in by the tens of thousands. Some of these college football games are drawing 60, 70,000 people. So the concert I went to was maybe like 5,000, 6,000 people. It wasn't that big. But these college football games, some of these college football games outdraw the pro games. For those of you who live in other countries, you might not know, college football in America draws massive amounts of college students, the college students' families, and then just local townspeople who've been following the college for years. And so there's places, Oklahoma, Ohio, Oregon, where 70,000 people show up and cram these stadiums. Now, is it bread and circus to keep people distracted? Absolutely. But this is also proving that people are coming together by the tens of thousands. And are all these people going, who go to the football game, how many people of these are getting sick? How many of them are actually dying? This is information that could probably be obtained even. It'd be hard for somebody like me to go figure out something like that, of course. But that just goes to show you that that in America, they're allowing us to go sit shoulder to shoulder at a game. They're allowing us to sit there unmuzzled. And now even the employees aren't having that shit either. So it's strange that I went to a concert and had that experience, yet if I walk into the wrong building here in California with a owner who's anal enough, they'll tell me I'm not allowed inside their building. Meanwhile, I just went to the rock and roll show with 5,000 fucking people. You know? Or I can go to a college football game with 70,000 people. But then when I go to try to get my hair cut, the bitch who cuts my hair is like, I can't cut your hair unless you have a muzzle, sir. Yes, Andy RB, you say football's rigged. I mentioned that earlier. Not all of it's rigged. Not every single play is rigged. There's some miraculous plays and some plays that are so off the wall bonkers that you can't reproduce it even with 1,000 tries. There's been times where a football is thrown to a guy and it kind of bounces off his hands and then bounces off another guy's hands and then lands perfectly in another guy's hands, and you can't practice out every single little play and have it look real. So there's times where you have two teams really going at it and they're really close, and all you need to do to manipulate the game and to rig it is just to have the referee blow 3-4 calls for one team more than another, and that's typically can be enough to ruin a game for a team. I've seen pivotal plays changed by the referees ruin games. And that's usually enough right there. You're going to ruin a game with a referee easy enough. Second of all, you can have dudes on the field just not try as hard enough as they should. So if you have one or two dudes on the field under your thumb who will just fall down on accident during a play, that can change the course of a play. So you don't need every single guy on the field doing some scripted pretend thing. It's almost too hard to do it that way. It actually would be a lot better and easier to have a good portion of it be legit. Then you just control key sections of it. That's how it's pretty much done. There's times where you can see, because here's what I'm saying is in high school, people are playing for real. If you play high school football, you're going to want to win. If you get recruited to college, you're going to want to win. So right when you go pro and you get drafted, is what you think they take you in a special room and say, listen, buddy, from now on, every single play is going to be acting like we're going to be like pro wrestlers on every single play. No, it's not how it works. They don't pull every single player aside and have every single player script every single play. They don't. At least not in my opinion. And I've played sports. I've watched sports for a long time. I still like the games themselves, even though I know they're a distraction from other things, more important things. I still like the game of football. If I see, a peewee game between two kids, I still can appreciate the sport itself and the kids playing it. So if you're going to say that all the fucking games are rigged, then you have to say, what, all the college games are rigged too? You're allowed to bet on college games, and somehow the experts are able to pick those games down to the T. Makes me think some of those games are rigged too. But how are you going to get every single college kid to go along with a rigged game? Tell me, every college kid, you know how many college kids play football? And then high school kids, are those rigged too? So once you break it down, it can't all possibly be rigged. And there's some games that I think you should just let it, that they just let naturally play out, so that way we can't say that they're all rigged, because there has to be some natural football going on so that they can discredit anybody who does say that it's all rigged. So if you just let two teams play a natural game, you just discredit everybody who says that every single game is fake. Get it? You let the Bengals and the Saints play a fucking real game. Oh, and one team wins and the other loses. Who cares? And then everyone will be like, well, was it rigged or not? It looked real. Yeah, probably was. Some games are legit. Now, if you really want to bury a team, you can just have 3-4 bad calls go against them, and that's generally enough to start turning things around for one team for another. If you call a few bad calls on one side and not on the other, that right there is worth points in the NFL. Points are tough to come by. So let's say the games are hard fought. You have two teams that are really even. All you really need to do is have like 4 calls go against that team, and you could pretty much assure that you're going to change the outcome of that game. Like 4 major penalties that will really stick it to them. And holding is the easiest one because holding happens all the time. When an offensive lineman is trying to block a defensive lineman, all it takes is somebody to just throw a flag and say, holding. And then you go back and watch the tape and you can't see any holding. But you can't take that penalty away. So once that penalty's thrown, it's a penalty. And that's the easiest thing to call. That right there changes the momentum of a series of plays. You can have a team almost in field goal, get into field goal range, have a penalty like that go against them, takes them out of field goal range. Now suddenly they're on a 3rd down and 20 yards. And now they're not in field goal range, and now you've successfully kept them from trying to kick a winning field goal or a game-tying field goal while the players are still trying to play. Okay, that's a long-winded answer that I've got at. So that's my response: is that you can have it be semi-real and semi-rigged all at once. Less important games you don't need to rig. More important games you might need to rig a little more. All right. Now, a big game like the Super Bowl and the fact that they have 2 weeks to prepare for a game like that, I could see that being a lot more of a rigged circumstance and plays being absolutely scripted out to a T. For the Super Bowl, with that much money riding on that game, I could see that being more of a completely fixed game from front to back. But as far as like a preseason game, like, why? Just let them fucking play it. All right. So in places like Australia, they are in lockdown, and they aren't allowed to go out and do things like go to football games and go to rock concerts. So we here in America still have that freedom, at least for the time being. So if you do want to go enjoy yourself, yes, you are being distracted from more important things. But how long can you sit in your house and be depressed? See, I suffer from depression if I have nothing but bad news going into my brain, watching, Max Egan videos about what's going on in Australia over on BitChute, watching Dollar Vigilante over on Odyssey. Before I know it, I start feeling bad about what, my situation and what's going on in the world. And I'm like, okay, what can I do to get away from this madness and just go have some fun, even if it is temporary? And I don't watch Hollywood movies because they're all shitty and I can't they don't take my mind off of my problems. So I have to usually travel and go somewhere physically, go to the beach, try to go somewhere, take Rusty out for a walk, try to physically leave it behind. But then if you encounter zombies and you encounter people wearing muzzles, it's just that constant reminder. So the challenge for me to keep from going into a depression, going crazy during all this madness, is trying to find a way to still have fun like I used to. Still have fun like the old days, And we can't get in a time machine and go back to the 80s or 90s, back to these golden eras, right? But I can still eat mushrooms and go to the fucking Kiss show and have fun for a few hours. I could still take my dog out if I go far enough out there off the beaten path, we can still get away from the zombies. There's still places you can go. So if you do enjoy football right now, it's looking like you can hang out with thousands of people and not have to wear a muzzle, not have to have any sort of test or show any proof of anything. So if you do want to go watch a football game, I say go watch a damn football game and enjoy your life, because shit is looking like it's going to get more shitty very soon. So before they take it away for good, if you want to enjoy a baseball game or a football game, even if it might be rigged, just go fucking enjoy it. Somebody's got to win the rigged game. Put some money on it. Somebody's got to win. That's the thing. If someone says, oh, football's rigged, yeah, but somebody's got to win. If you could figure out which side it's rigged for and then bet and then win money, it makes it fun, even if you don't know a single player on the team. Even if it's dipshit State versus bitch tits Tech, and you're like, I don't know any player on either team. I'm just going to put $20 on bitch tits Tech to win. If you win, that shit's fun. It doesn't matter if the whole thing was rigged. It could be as rigged as Hulk Hogan versus Macho Man, as long as you have fun with it. So if you want to have fun with rigged sports, just put a little money on it, on one side or the other. Suddenly it becomes entertaining. Somebody's got to win. Well, unless it's a tie. Watch out for those bloody ties. Mike Geeson says, I'm going to see Ace. I'm hoping you mean Ace Frehley. I know Ace Frehley goes out and performs solo shows. It's a shame he doesn't play with Kiss anymore. I do miss him up there with the band. I never got to see all the original guys up there, so I've only got to see these two replacement member dudes in Kiss. And when I go back and I watch the old shows and I listen to the albums, I prefer the guitar tone of Ace Frehley over Tommy What's-His-Face pretending to be Ace Frehley. And I don't like the fact that the current should be something else. He should be his own different character. For those of you who don't know, there's a replacement character in Kiss. Ace Frehley left the band. So there's a different dude who's wearing the makeup right now in Kiss named Tommy, whatever the fuck his last name is. And I disapprove. All right. I should probably stop talking about Kiss. I think people are tired of hearing about it. All right. So I've been on here about 2 hours. Had a good time. We talked about my new song. And if you haven't heard yet, go listen to it. I have a new song on the Asshole channel called Fuck Joe Biden. So as this stream ends, go listen to the new song if you have not yet. And if you already heard it, please share the song with somebody who doesn't like Joe Biden. If you have a friend who you know hates Joe Biden, even if they're a Trump lover, have them listen to my song just so we can get an extra play out of it and gain an extra sub maybe. So go ahead and share my song, if you will, with anyone and everyone you know who doesn't support Joe, because apparently lots of people don't support Joe. So that means all those people should enjoy the song for the at least a minute and 40 seconds that it plays. It's a short little sweet song, and anyone and everyone who's ever hated Joe should be able to get just enough enjoyment out of it to where possibly this thing could get going viral. I would like this song to be played in stadiums. It'd be cool if like this became like the hating Joe Biden anthem, if you will. All right. So if you could share the song for me, that'd be fantastic. And all right, I guess that's pretty much it for today. So yeah, go pimp that song out for me. And then for the rest of the day, you guys go enjoy yourselves wherever you're at, whatever country you live in. To whatever degree possible, go out and try to do something fun and enjoy yourself. Can't all be doom and gloom. And with that said, I'm going to go take Rusty out for a walk, and I'm going to get off here. So take care, you guys. Have a good night, and I'll see you next time. Peace.